Hey everybody, I just wanted to check in and let you know or remind you that our upcoming week is really just a week to writing and submitting our midterm essay. So we don't have any quizzes or discussions this week. So probably a good time to go ahead and start on that if you haven't. And please do send me any questions that you've got, but really, hopefully it's straightforward. Go ahead and send me any questions though. Um, I am still mastering the Canvas interweb thingy that we've upgraded to from Blackboard. So far it looks great. Um, I'm mentioning that just in case you have any difficulty submitting your essay to the link that I have up on the assignments area, which I think is right. But if you're having any difficulties with it, our class is small enough that you can go ahead and email me that, and that'll be okay. I would prefer, and ideally, everything is just going to be uploaded to the link that's up there. And yeah, so we'll see how that goes. In terms of the content of the essay, I've got a few criteria there in the directions that you can check out. Pretty general. I am kind of looking for a nice balance of you kind of mastering material that's in the book, bringing in some other kind of material to complement or contrast, as many of these cases are, so that we've got some kind of new perspectives and new voices. Some of these are non-Western, some might be just different Western, but that is pretty open. That leaves an area that's open for you to explore, also to do some research of your own. I'm not going to lay down any requirements in terms of like how many outside sources and which and stuff like that. But I would encourage you, I think in all of these cases, to go do some outside research and just give me some references at the end of your paper of what you are drawing upon to cultivate some nice contrasts or some of the depth of the paper that you're writing that goes beyond just what's accessible in our text. There's plenty of ideas and information and etc. in the text itself, though it goes pretty quickly, as you might have noticed. So what I'm looking for is kind of seizing upon a few of those topics and kind of freezing them in a way and going in more depth than arguably even than the text itself does, I would say. And you're doing that in large part by seeking out other sources that talk about those same ideas, maybe in a different way, maybe in the same way. It's kind of up to you. But finding some additional material where you can kind of give greater depth to whichever topics and questions you choose. So that would be one thing for you to do. That would be kind of a depth criterion. Also, I think the really the thoroughness with which you develop some kind of theme or perspective for the paper. I've given some general directions, but within that, between the material in the book, the material that you're accessing outside the book, putting it how you are putting it together, that really coming together as some kind of feature of the paper itself, the way that you put the different concepts, information together. That's you. Hopefully that isn't something that's on the internet. That's you taking stuff that you might find through research on the internet in combination with stuff that you might find in the text, but you kind of putting it together. And really, as you're doing this, think about what you think about the topics that you're discussing and what kind of broad level kind of theme or perspective you would want to give to the paper throughout. And that can be a kind of a subtle thing that runs throughout the many points that you're discussing. Um, and that's something that you will grapple with, think about how to construct as you go through. So I'll be looking for that. And there you go. So I just wanted to say hi. And also, you know, so far our quiz scores have been very good. So compliments to us. And I have graded your discussion assignments. I've graded them just by hand in a notebook. As mentioned earlier, I'm still kind of mastering certain parts of the Canvas interweb portal, which is a little different from Blackboard, which I know really well. But I will enter your grades and points for the discussion assignments. You know, for the most part, people have done well on those. At least they rarely would be the kind of thing that would radically change your grade. Some people have had really standout discussions, and I've appreciated some of the material on the blues was very good, and of course I'm interested in that. But yeah, so some of them were really excellent. Some of them, you know, were a little bit more perfunctory, kind of just doing X, Y, and Z because we have to do X, Y, and Z, and that's okay. But for the most part, good. Quiz scores have been very high. So I think we're doing well. I'm hoping, you know, most importantly to me, more so than the points and the grades and all that, is that I hope you feel like you're getting some valuable learning. That's kind of the goal of education, at least in philosophy and the humanities and this aspect of your education. Um, I think most of us are not humanities or philosophy majors, but that this is a required aspect for nursing or business or something like that. That we're coming away with an appreciation of, knowledge of, and really something that you will take with you. Some kind of knowledge and experience, really a perspective that is somewhat shaped by that, as well as your business courses or nursing courses and things like that. So ultimately, that's what I hope we are getting, and will continue to get through what so far has been pretty fine work. Alrighty, so that's pretty much it for me. This week is just essay week, so go for it. I'm pretty open-minded to people that are going for it. If you know, you're kind of like really delving into something and you're kind of worried, like if you go a little bit over the page limit, that's okay. You know, maybe not 20 or 30 pages. At some point I would have to stop reading. How you do your references and exactly where they come from, I'm not super concerned about, just that you make them and that your work is yours, and that you can really integrate any material that comes from outside references into the perspective that you're presenting. So, alrighty, well, I guess I'll leave it there. I could go on, but if you have any questions, let me know. And I hope you're enjoying summer and our course. And I'll talk to you later.